Hello. I'm sure Rachel will be with me very soon. I'm just on my tard at the moment. Right, let me get that away. Oh, I'm quite sure what to do again today. I was thinking about finishing off the box that I started in decoupage cream yesterday. So for those who didn't see it, I used Rosie's postcard rice paper, the Zuri molds, the acrylics from the Allegro acrylics from Stamperia, and where have I put them? Typical. Oh, yeah. Fine line crackle from Pentart, which gives it these beautiful crackle. Look. He loves it. Okay. So I've started the sides. I quite liked the rough look of it. It looks like old whitewash paint wood. So I'm going to show you that side. I was a bit keen with the structure paste to fill in the cracks. Hi, Marcia. Oh, that's strange. Let me go see. Let's have a look. Where are my videos? Live now. Where are we? Oh, you found me, Evo. Hi, Kenya. Okay. So, I think I'll finish this off. We also used, so this looks horrible, but it's actually Maya's Memories Vintage Stain Umbra. So the difference being between this and, where is it? Where's my antique in place? I know I put it away. I was a good girl. And now I can't find it at all. Great. Put it somewhere safe. So with the antique in pastes, they are alcohol based. Oh, hello. Hello, Rachel.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello.
Oh, hi, Kinga. Oh, no, I'm going to have to get used to that now, aren't I?
Having a meltdown.
Oh, look, you're armoured with a cup of tea as well.
Yeah.
Not me.
That's another tea.
So the vintage stain is... oh, I can't hear you. Right, hang on, let me turn my volumes up. You say something again, please, Rachel. Hi, Carol.
Hello.
Oh, that's better.
Hi, Carol.
I can hear you now. I couldn't hear you. I think I had the phone down. what is the plan today? No, sorry.
I'm just waffling. I'm talking rubbish. Don't take any notice of me. I'm just trying to decide what I'm going to do today. I'm having a little root around, as you do. Oh, you're finishing your lovely thing, aren't you?
I think so. I was saying about the I've used the Umbra. Oh, I found it. Ha ha ha. I used the antique paste for the crackle
Very nice.
and the 10 dot fine line crackle. But so what I noticed is when I try to use it on this ridge, in the ridges,
yeah,
it was like too dark for me.
Oh.
So I didn't like it very much.
No.
Hi, Linda. I know. This is Rosie's postcard. It's beautiful, this one. So what I did was I put the vintage umber into my spray pot. And basically, you just spray and leave it dry. It gives a really good effect. So that. So I haven't got one to show you where I haven't sprayed. Oh, so look, inside. You can either do it that way and then just use to rub it in. It gives that nice effect. Or what I've done with the outside of the box is just sprayed it and left it. So it gives it a nice look. It gives a nice vintage look. That's what I think, anyway.
Well, I think you're right. I would agree with you.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure I can paint it because it's very close to the camera. So I might stand up a bit and then do it that way. There you go. I'm going to cloak it a little bit that way so you're not my boobies.
No, that's a completely different kind of video, that is. Oh.
Yes, Marcia, they are the Zuri border molds. That's that one there. I want to use the most for some reason. Right. Hi, Deb. My Moitza. Let's see if I can get in there. There you go. Got me from which colour I used now. I think it was the pastel pink. Oh yeah, it doesn't look that colour, does it? But I did. Ooh, I spy Zuri molds too. Sorry. Ooh. So I've already primed it with some gesso. Because it's just that. What are you up to, Rachel? What are you
don't want to know. You don't want to know. I'm on my hands and knees looking.
Not in the black hole.
Sorry?
In the black hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I spent half my life looking at things and the other half making things. Yeah, I really fancied doing something with the graveyard mold.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, we say ooh, but
It's a bit big to lose, you know.
I know it's very big. It's blooming huge. I don't understand why I can't see it. I'm guessing I put it somewhere safe.
Obviously.
I hate it when I put
So
things.
safe that you can't find it.
Yeah, I hide them from myself. It's ridiculous. Right, it's not there. Right, we might do plan. Well, there's no plan, is there? We might do something else. Oh, and I've just dropped a box all over myself.
Oh, craft Jenga as well.
Yes. I am so glad you can't all see me because it's I look like a really dodgy Boy Scout because I've got me what do they call those special socks you have to wear when your legs swell up?
Oh, compression socks.
Yeah, I have to wear compression socks because otherwise I balloon up. And it's too hot not to wear shorts. So my daughter came round and she's just, oh my goodness, you look like a dodgy Boy Scout. Sure, you don't answer the door like that, do you, Mum? And I said, well, yeah, of course I do.
I have visions of the crankies now.
Oh, yeah. You're probably on the right track. I'm afraid it's true. But,
I know. Hi, Michelle.
but my legs aren't swelling up. So, you know, take wins. Oh, dear me. How many things am I going to have to get out? I will get started in a minute, honestly. I'm going to give up in a minute and do something else, but I've just got this idea in my head. And I like to listen to my head when it gives me ideas.
Well, let them have a full view of me then while you're rummaging.
Yeah. Far more interesting than looking at my desk.
Well, not really. I'm just painting pink. You know, it's not really my colour, but painted it up and it's lovely.
Oh.
Somebody's found it.
Ah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Happy days. Oh, I can believe that. So quick to this up. Oh. Right, let's try and not break my neck. Oh, I'm home. I'm back. Oh.
And you're back in the room.
I know. I'm back in the room. Oh, what have I not done now? Oh, it's coming at me from all angles. Oh, right. Get it there. You get it there. You get it there. You can go there.
Hi, Phoebe. Right, while you're doing that, I just got to go and get my water. I don't know why I've got.
Oh, I can get my scales. Come here. Right. Oh, I'm back in the room. Oh my goodness, that was intense. Right. I'm gonna do. I got the graveyard mold, which I love, and if you like Scully thing, or even if you don't like, it's a brilliant mold, and there's so much on it. It's crazy. So I'm going to use that, and I might use the butterfly wings as well. I'll be huffing and puffing a second, and I'll be all right. Oh. Hi Lou, hi Leanne, hi Rianne, hi Fifi, hi Marcia, hi Jan. Oh, you can't be late. Don't worry, I've only just got started. I've just spent I don't know how long.
Started.
I haven't even started. I'm still getting it's casual Sunday. It's very casual. That's how we like it. Keep it casual.
Mess. Lots of mess.
Oh dearie me, I tell you. Oh, there. I'm just pulling some old resin off my bits to use my pot. So you know I'm going to ask you, Jan, don't you?
No.
The same thing I ask you every, and I absolutely, to anybody who's watching or listening or whatever, I promise it's not, we don't plan this at all. And I ask Liam because we don't very often get the chance to chat at the moment because we're both so busy. So what's new in the shop?
I had a feeling that was coming. What's new? Well, all the stampery the last release is all in. The Bauhaus, the Desire,
Oh,
and what's the other one? The Vicky P stuff,
nice.
the art journals, etc. Lots of stencils.
Oh, nice. Have you got the little Vicky P stencils?
Oh, the border ones and things.
Yeah.
I've got some of them. There's one that's missing.
Because I like.
Yeah, apparently they're on back order.
Um,
They didn't know they were going to be so popular.
well, that was silly of them. Where's my resin now? Oh, gee. Right, got it. Got it. We're all right. Right, so Bauhaus. Oh, yeah, it's the best. Hi, Angela. It's so nice. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm very, 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 very happy to have had my pizza box sent to me with my lovely Bauhaus collection in it. The paint colours are nice as well, the collection that go with it. Right.
Marcia says she only sees those on police shows.
No, I was actually, funny enough, I was thinking, should I say what I'm doing? I will say what I'm doing. It helps me get my helps me do my resin without having to look at the numbers on the side of my thing, which I couldn't see if I tried. So I've tried lots of other ways of doing it, but using the scales just makes life easy. So like I've got 26, 42-ish in there now, 44, 41. Right. But anyway, I've got 26 something in there. So I now know that if I put 52, 53 of the other one, I'll be about right for a nice mix. So hi Claire. So it just makes mixing your resin an awful lot easier to use the scales. Now what did I say? 52, 53, didn't I?
And if you don't use scales as well, some of the sometimes it won't cure if you don't do it properly.
Yeah, you've got to get the right ratios, haven't you?
Yeah, and stir them for the right length of time.
So let's have a little stir. Have you still got these little silicone pots in your shop at a stupid price?
Yes.
Yeah, if you do resin, or actually even if you're putting paint in and things, these little silicone pots are brilliant. And I've got to say, Leanna's got a few things in her shop that actually, I'm not going to tell her to put her prices up because that would be silly, but I'm going to tell you that they're a really, really good price. So, and I know
even to pass it on. That's the thing.
That's it. You're not greedy, are you? You're not greedy, and that's nice for us. Right, I'm going to do this big skull in here. This big, I don't know if it's a cow, a steer, I don't know what it is, but that's what I'm doing. Do, 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 do. Come along now. Oh, this one takes a bit of resin, doesn't it?
Yeah, I tend to do one of the bigger molds, and then whatever I got left, I fill those up rather than the other way around.
Now, do I want to do these wings as well? No. I don't know, but I need to hurry up and make my mind up. No, I know what I want to do. I'm going to be naughty, and I'm going to do. Oh, I'm going to try not to trip over. I'm going to do a mandala with resin, which I wouldn't recommend because it can go everywhere. But you know me, I like to live on the edge.
There we are. So that was how I aged it, and then from that to that. I'm just going to keep on going.
Yeah, keep going.
Keep on
You know what they
going.
say, Leanne?
I'm afraid, yes, Rachel.
No rest for the wicked. Come along.
There is that as well.
Stick a bit of mine there. And I've put a little bit in there that I had left over. I don't know, you can't see it. I'm pointing at something you can't see. I haven't filled. I had a little bit of resin. Oh, Rachel, learn to speak. I had a little bit of resin left over. That it's not enough for a full mold or anything, but I've chucked it in one of my molds. And what I'll do is I'll just leave it in there until the next time I pour, and then I'll fill it up with the rest of the resin, so nothing goes to waste. So now I'm a little bit stuck actually because I've been a daring whatever idiot. I don't know what I've been, but I've because I've poured resin in the very shallow mandala mold, I can't move it for a minute until it actually gets a little bit set.
The good thing about that resin, though, Rachel, is that it allows you to move it when it's just cured and it's still soft.
Yes.
So it might be okay in those mandalas.
Yeah.
Like you say, you might not recommend it, but it might be okay in those ones.
Yeah. Well, it depends who you are, doesn't it? You know, I'm just realistic. I'm just. I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. What was I going to say? Oh, Deb, it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. I love it. Do you know, while I'm waiting for that to just set a little bit, I'll show you one of my. Oh, I can put it that way, can't I? Because my camera's so right there. Oh, I love these molds so much. That's just doing a little on a bit of just a bit of packing card I used. But love it. And I'll give you this is a little sneaky peek of something that's coming. But I'll show you because it's got the Bauhaus. The stamps are
come down a bit. That's it.
Stamps. That's a stamp from the Bauhaus collection. They're awesome. And all this background is done with the stamps from the Bauhaus collection. That's the stencil from the Bauhaus collection. Have I got any more? I think I've got, yeah, and these are these little rectangle bits. They're stamps from the Bauhaus collection. And the little people are cut out from the 6x6 pad. So it just is a really lovely collection. It's really lovely, Leanne.
Yeah, I fancied that one the best.
I gotta say, yeah, I think if you like colour and shape and design, it's a bit of a winner chicken dinner. It does look like she's wearing a Smarties skirt, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, what resin is it, Sarah Lou? I use oh, hi Nikki, hi Moisa, hi no. I use the Leanne's resin is what I use. That's what I use. I don't use any other resin other than Leanne's resin. Because it's good.
It's slow drying, although it's quick drying as in half an hour, it is a lot slower drying. So if you're not that au fait with resin casting, it gives you that little bit of, flexibility.
That's what I like about it, because I'm a clumsy person, and I need that little bit of extra time. Right, now you're right, Leanne. That mandala's it's not set at all, but it's developed enough of a skin or whatever on the top that I can move this now, so that I can get on with my next bit. So let's put this somewhere safe. Right, I put that somewhere safe. Let's have a bit more tea before it gets cold. Yes, Sarah Lou, there's loads of different resins out there. Loads.
Hi, Sarah. Hi, Fiona. I missed that, sorry.
Sarah Lou was asking if there are different types of resin out there, because she's not used resin yet.
Oh. So, yeah, the very fast casting resin, which is usually the polyurethane. And then you have the epoxy resin, the one that usually takes 24 hours.
Mm. Oh,
and that one's usually crystal clear. The one I've got in stock is not the same as yours, Rachel. The one I've got, it takes a little bit longer again.
Oh, but not like days, is it?
No, so the one you got takes about 20 minutes. This one takes half an hour to 40 minutes.
Oh, that's good. I like that. That's the sort of time frame I can work in. I like that. So I'm just taking a bit of packing card now, because that's what I use a lot of the time for making things these days, because I've got some grey board and it would work with grey board, but I have this packing card to hand, so I'm going to cut myself a piece of packing card for. But I'll tell you what I would really like. I would really like some rectangular, like DL type of canvases.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Sarah Lou would like a link.
Yep, 2 secs. We can do that. And I'm happy to do a little video on it, or come and do a live just to show.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, because there are quite a few people who haven't used resin yet.
Yeah, and people are always wary.
Yeah.
So ours is non-flammable, non-toxic, because I wouldn't suggest eating it in any shape or form.
No. It wouldn't be nice.
No. Of course, there are. They do suggest you can do it in a well-ventilated area.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about your room and thinking, yeah. Huh?
No, I got the door open and my fan on, so I'm not too bad. I mean, I do. Sometimes I don't realise until I'm feeling a bit happier than I ordinarily would. And then I realise it's time to open the door. So But you know, simple pleasures in life, isn't it? Ugh. I do not recommend using resin with your dosha. It's not nice. It's not nice. It's not good for you. Don't do it.
Link. Hi, Gabby. Oh, there's quite a few of you not used them. Okay, well, yeah, I'm quite happy to do it right now. You've got we've just seen Rachel do it. Anyway.
Well, yeah, but you know. Now let's see how you're supposed to do it. Right. I'm happy with that as that's going to be my little backboard. How big is it? How big have I got? Oh, 14 by, I've done 14 by about 5 1/4-ish. So giving myself a nice slender rectangle to work in. Let's see if I get this plastic off the back without wrecking the board too much. That's lovely. Right, I think I'm going to do. Ooh. In fact, I know what I'm going to do. Oh, but that's not going to work. Oh, but I can make it work. I think I'm going to go a bit Andy Skinner, you know?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I've also got that one in A3, Rachel.
Sorry?
I've got all of them. I've got them all in A3 as well.
Oh, see, now that's a nice size to work with. It's a nice size to work with. I've still got my drawers on my dining room table waiting for me to do that. Well, it's because my husband said he was going to get a dust sheet down and he hasn't yet. So
every time you say drawers on your table, I think it gets me every time.
You're very funny, lady. Right, I think I'm going to go Easy Rider. Easy Rider. Now I have got the A3 one of that one actually. That's the one I have in the big size, I think. Oh, some of that.
That's what we're waiting for. Right, get back on to Leanne. There you go.
I got the big one. Mm-hmm.
I think you need full page for that one.
No, I'm good. No, I'm gonna go with the A4 because I'm gonna split it into 2 pieces because I'm going long and narrow.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that. Right, I need some nice glue.
Right. Hi, Erika. So you can see that how the vintage compares. Yeah, that's with the light on it. So the vintage Umbra from Mayer's Memories, it's for me the far easier than painting on the antique paste. I mean, if you're going to use the antique paste, that would be preferable on like the crackle. And this is the fine line crackle and the lid that I did yesterday. But I found it wasn't that good for the detailed work there. Trying to brush it in wasn't good. No, what's easier?
Oh, good idea, Claire.
Just brush.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, Carol, yeah. Oh, Angela's saying it might get a bit confusing when we're across lots of platforms.
Yeah. For some people though, they only go to YouTube. So what I could do is sit down and we could just show what everybody's saying, but because we're actually doing stuff, I don't know if anybody else prefers. Oops.
I mean, personally, I go on lots of places because I want to make sure I catch everybody who might want to.
Yeah.
But if it's confusing, then that's something I'll have to think about. Right. I've just used some collar velo to stick me rice paper. Have you got collar velo?
No.
Oh.
Hi, Peggy.
Just take the bottom edge off there.
So you'll see the spray is much easier than using the paste, and it's done. So just to get the bit more dribbles, I did go back in and drip a bit. Yep, I'll try and show up the questions. There we go. So there's Peggy.
Oh, I see. I understand now.
Yeah, because when we're answering questions, people are like, and where did that come from?
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm not the quickest spark in the box.
Nice and easy.
But let's get that trimmed up.
Yeah, it is like what I gather that I used to just go and look for the one with the most people in it. But then I think we all have our preferences as well. I prefer YouTube, and I know a lot of people prefer Facebook. There's that there's that issue as well. And of course, some of our followers only use certain ones. We wouldn't want anyone missing out. Oh, that looks like blood red on there, but it's not. This is raspberry. It's very pink.
Oh, I didn't know I've got that one. Mm-hmm.
What are you doing, Rachel? Oh, you cut.
I'm ripping the edges off.
Oh, it sounded strange on the microphone.
Sorry. I'm entertained by the fact that it sounds strange. Because, me, bad Boy Scout and all that. Right. So I'm just...
Yeah, that's what happens.
Tidying my edges.
I shall be more on the ball and put out everybody's comments up as well. That'll help, I think. If we're going to do it, we need to be doing it properly.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So I've got to tell you, Rachel, we've got a bit of a surprise.
Oh, Free chocolate for everyone.
No, but we will be having. You and I will be having a break, and we'll be able to join in the chat
Oh.
soon. There is something coming up. Can't talk about it too much.
Oh, this is so cryptic.
Yeah, I know, because you're nosy as well. You really want to know.
I know. I am nosy.
Yes. So we've got something coming up. Quite exciting.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got something coming up and we're having a break.
You and I are having a craft break. Yes. We might, Claire. We might.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is exciting. Oh, now I'm using these watch chains. They're in the shop. They're by Creative Expressions. I'm going to use them on here. Oh,
Cool stuff, you know, Creative Expressions with their MDF and stuff.
they do some very good stuff, don't they? And it's not the first brand. Sorry, Creative Expressions, you're very lovely, but it's not. It's not something I immediately think of when I think of substrates and things, elements like this. And I really should, because I love all the little bits I've tried so far. I really love. Right, so I've got all of this.
Yeah, okay, Claire. Good try. She said there's not many people here we should tell.
Right, got that, and I've got that.
Something completely different.
Oh, Leanne. Right, so that resin's not ready yet, so I'll leave that there to cure for a bit longer. I'll have a look at my big piece, because sometimes the big pieces are ready. No, it's not ready yet. Actually, I'm going to stick them in the bathroom because it's a bit cooler in the bathroom.
But I said you was going to sit in the bathroom, man.
Well, I might. No, my little dungeon of doom here is situated opposite my bathroom, which is very handy for washing my brushes and getting water.
Yeah, same as mine, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very convenient. I think I drive my husband mad because there's always paintbrushes
In the sink.
Yeah.
Right.
But, you know, that's not my fault. That's just how it is. Right. I like my background. If you can see that. I've split the paper and they blend together so well. It's just fab. Right. What am I going to put on here now?
I think it's in 3 weeks' time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What is it going to be? Oh, let's get my little box of all things. Yeah. Oh no. Maybe. Maybe. Where's my label gone? Definitely gonna want some of those. These rice paper labels are absolutely brilliant. They're Ambi Skinner ones, and they are in the shop, and they are just so handy. I absolutely love using them. So I've got some of those, and I did have, yes, some cogs, because, you know, let's have a cog.
Every time I see that paper, I just want to say, you get your motor running. Every time I see that paper.
I can hear it in my head song.
Yeah.
I used to, back in the day, so many years ago, I used to do a lot of step and things like that. One of the step videos I really liked was a share one, and that's one of the songs they used to play. So every time I hear that song, my legs twitch. You know, it's really bizarre. It's really funny. Right. So what I'll do first, before I do painting, I'm going to get these labels, and I've got some tea stains paper. If you've never tea stained paper, I recommend it. It's a really lovely thing to do. It's a really nice process. So I'm going to stick some of these labels onto this tea stained paper, because I'm going to find them a lot easier to use in my assemblage if they are on paper. How long we have to wait? I know, Claire, it won't take me long to forget there's something to remember. So I'll be good soon. As long as I don't get reminded again, I'll forget that there's something I want to know. And it's one of the joys of having a bad memory.
Hi, Joe. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Joan. There we go. Just taking some of the straight edges off these labels, because that's how I like them, but you could just as easily cut them out if you wanted to cut them out. But I'm just going to have that one and that one. Oh, and that one. I think they will work. They will work well with how I'm going to put everything together. Because you know how I work. I do all my bitty bits and then I put it together. So if you haven't seen me make anything before, I do apologise for it looking like absolute chaos, but it comes together in the end.
You do what you gotta do.
So what's that?
You gotta do what you gotta do.
It's how I do it. It's how I do my process. Bit here, bit there, and then I stick it all together and I'm happy. So let's just, I'm using that rice paper glue. Have you got rice paper glue?
We've got the Cadence Decoupage Plus glue, which is really good as well.
Yeah, it'll probably be the same thing, isn't it? I was I can't remember whose live I was watching the other day, and lovely Olga explained that the reason there's a specific type of glue for rice papers is because it's a difference in viscosity. It's not so tacky and sticky, so it doesn't pull at the fibers, so you don't destroy your papers when you're trying to put them down, which I have to admit I have done with other adhesives. So it does make sense to use the right product for the right job.
Yeah.
Let's put that on there. Right, those are going to be my labels. I'm just going to, I'm using my ruler now just to those off, and then I'll put them to one side to dry.
Right, I've got my meat in the oven, and I think I better go and take it out because I think my son has forgotten. I can hear it still going.
We're still going.
Meat in the oven.
Oh! Oh dear, what are you having this week? Monster beans. Oh, she's gone. She's gone. I'm just using my ruler to tear off the excess paper on these labels that I've just adhered to some tea stained paper. So there, like that. I've got one more to do, and then I'm going to paint some other little bits that I'm going to add to my assemblage. It's a nice word, isn't it? Assemblage, I like it. But yeah, I'm going to paint some of those little bits, and I'll keep all those little bits of paper because they'll come in handy for something. Let's pop them out of the way. And right, so I've got these watch chains that are rather lovely, and I've also got some cogs. So I'm going to pinch a couple of cogs out of this packet that I'm going to add to my, I don't know what you call it. If you wouldn't call it, what could you call it? You could call it, what is the maximum grams I'd need for resin making, please, Rachel? Only on a small scale like you just did. Well, the molds I've just done, so that was it's quite a large skull one that you'll see now when it'll be set in a bit, and I'll show you. So the skull and the mandala and a tiny bit left over, that was 52 just over 52 grams of resin for that. So, and I would say most of the pours I do, unless I'm doing like a big load of sample making, most of the pours I do are probably around, 60 grams, something like that. So you don't need tons. I might keep that circle. Oh, yes, I will. I'll keep that circle. Yeah, you don't need tons at all. And I think that's probably one. Yeah, that's going to do it for me. So I've got my coggage. Get that out of the way. And let's just poke. I should have got my poke tool, but I grabbed these ones. Just poking out those extra little bits. Then I've got a music festival across the road from me this weekend, and it's so loud, which I don't like because it's music and stuff. But I tell you what, I'm worried for everybody over there because it's so hot. So I've got all my little bitty bits, and I'm going to just stick a couple of things together.
Yes, you wouldn't need any more than that, Sarah. Definitely not. Yeah, we're over several platforms, Dominique. So I'm trying to show as many as we can. We're on Facebook, my own page, Mad Archers group, Rachel's page, Mad Archers page, Crafty Anarchy, and mine and Rachel's YouTube. So, if you're in one of those, hello.
We are covering all the bases.
Absolutely, absolutely. We are.
Right, so I've got my little sort of chipboard, wooden, whatever pieces, MDF things. So I'm going to paint these now. Now, I think I'm because they're so small and they're fairly sturdy things. I'm actually going to be a little bit naughty, and I'm not going to worry about putting any gesso on them. I'm going to go wild and just go for it. So let me get my little.
That's how we're looking so far. Very vintagey.
Oh, sorry.
And the pen start crackle, two-step crackle, Ruri mold. Ooh, hello. That way, that way. Nope, that way.
Oh, that's looking lovely.
Yeah, so probably have to fill a couple more of these in just to hide them a bit more.
Right.
Off everywhere.
So let me make sure you can see me. I'll probably get my coffee out.
Okay. You
Now,
come back to the question that you asked me. Do we have something new? So I'm just going to nip and get them.
so I'm just popping. This is Andy Skinner's lava paste. But I'm just using my finger and just popping. This is all going to add texture to these little elements, and that's what I want. I just want some texture when I add my rustiness. So a little bit more, I think. But I am just using my finger because I don't want too much. I don't want crazy texture. I want sort of quite controlled texture, which might sound odd, but it'll make sense when I heat it up and you see what it does. Okay, that's good. There we go. So yes, this is Andy Skinner's lava paste, and Leanne's got it in the shop. So, and then to that, this is the Rust Effects paint set, which is also in the shop. And if you like making rust, or doing rust effect, I recommend this. It's a great little kit. And while it might only seem little, it goes on. And I'm just going to add some of this is the 3D powder that I'm adding to some of that wet lava paste. So there's not much about it. There we go. So it's all very subtle and nothing too crazy going on, because they're only small pieces, so they don't need anything too crazy. There we go, and you can see that lava paste. Can you see what it does? Hopefully you can. I'll hold it up in a second. But it you know, it erupts. That's what it does. It's lava paste and it erupts. Quite clever it is. But it will just give a really nice bit of texture now when we're doing our rust effect painting. Oh, there we are. So if you didn't see that, I'll hold this. You can see, yes. You can see the lava paste has, it puffs up a bit, but it's quite a solid texture. It's not like, I mean, I've used some other sort of puffy paint before, and it doesn't tend to have a particularly firm, you know, you can push it in and stuff, but this, when it puffs up, is a very solid puff, if that makes sense. So there we go. I'm quite happy with those, and I'm going to leave this. There's a little bit of this 3D powder here, which I'm going to try and get into one place because I'll add it to my first layer of paint, which is going to be the yellow, because you go from light to dark with the rest. I haven't used this one for a while, so needs a poke. There we go. That's all vanish. Come on now. Let's see.
Right. We got some of the Artico molds in.
Oh.
But this one has been on the website since I opened. Somebody ordered it and realised they'd sent me 6 of the wrong ones. So these are back in. And now we have the real ones.
Oh.
We did have the small Egyptian mummy, and now we got the larger one.
Oh, I quite like that.
We have
Halloween.
Yeah, the large Welsh dragon.
Leanne,
yeah.
please could you put one of those mummies aside for me? Thank you.
When you're saying hello to everybody as you go, Marcia. There are 7 platforms for you to chip along to. Never mind. We got the bullet border that is back in because that sold out really quickly.
Hi, Marcia. Oh, Joan, you go dark to light. Oh, I do light to dark. That's my. I don't know. I suppose it doesn't matter as long as you get the result that you're happy with. Do it whatever way you want to do it.
Absolutely. So we got the Egyptian pharaoh medium. I mean, you can see the sizes. We have. I'm blaming Jess for this one. Yeah, we got hand grenade. That's really cool. But it's not. I mean, it's just a bit bigger than my thumb.
Oh.
I mean, she got 2 boys, so you know.
I got him.
Nefertiti. in medium. Flame jets again.
What's
The
that?
large brain and the small brain.
Oh, I like a brain.
They're very cool.
I like a brain. They are cool. How big's the small one? Andy Skinner goes dark tonight, does he? Well, I'm controversial then. I'm going light to dark.
So the brain is.
Yeah, how big is that little brain?
I need some water now. My voice is going. This one is just over 5 centimeters by sorry, 4.5. Depth is probably an inch.
Oh.
Yeah, probably.
Mm.
They are, and the little Egyptian lemon. And then we got the large fairy. That's right, isn't it? Because I'm sure I just showed the medium. Yeah, the medium and the large. Yeah, a bit like mine, Sarah. See the difference. The small and medium, large and medium. The skulls have been restocked.
Oh, now I've got their skulls, and I have to say it's fab.
I don't know what I've done with them to show. Which ones are restocked? Oh, yeah. So the super duper large one is restocked. And the medium one is back in stock. Was that the small? I think that's the small.
Do you have any ladies' faces? Lou is asking.
Not on the website. We may need to have a conversation later, Lou. Right, that's the mold. We've got the Pentart antique in jars. So these are 2 different colours I've added, which is what the patina green, I think it's called.
No, I love them.
And the white, because I didn't have any white.
I am a big fan of them, I've got to say.
While I was at it, I brought up the stamps, the Boa stamps,
They're awesome.
rub-ons.
They're nice as well. I used some of them on my journal pages I was showing you earlier.
Yeah. They got ephemera.
Yeah, that's very nice. There's all sorts in there.
That's great if you do your junk journaling and, well, for your art journals as well, because they're really flat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the first time they've done that, isn't it? And they don't normally do. The other thing with the Bauhaus collection, which is quite unusual, there's no main focal point. You choose what you want to put as a main focal point.
Yeah. So we have the mixed media journals. Oh, they're quite substantial now. I've seen them. You know, because when you buy them from what you see online, you don't quite get to see what is what on there. Okay, oh, very pretty. I like that. We've also got the smaller ones.
Oh, very nice.
These are handy. You know, you can pop these in your bag when you're done with them. You know, and flick through them, and they're really, really cool.
They are really nice.
One is with stone paper, so really good for mixed media. This is plain pages, and I'm sure there's a watercolor one as well.
She's done a brilliant selection, hasn't she?
This one's for scrapbooking and mixed media techniques. And so there you've got the A5, the A6. And this one is the canvas one. So all you need is craft glue. Right, so I'm going to have to get some craft glue in. And it shows you how to put it together, which is quite good because then you've got a template for your own.
Yeah. That is good. It's sort of, you know, once you've done that one, the sky's the limit, isn't it, really?
Yeah. And then when you run out of canvas, I'm sure I got a whole, what do you call those? The whole reel. What do you call it of canvas? What's it called?
I don't know. Are you putting a voucher code up today for everybody?
Yes, I was.
Mm.
No, that's not the one I thought I had one earlier. Ah, okay. I edited it, but I didn't keep.
Oh. Right, so I've done my little rusty bits, which I'm happy with. So you can see, can you see that? I hope you can see that. It's trying to get you some decent light there, hopefully. But yes, so I've got all my rusty bits that I'm going to be adding.
These are those stencils Rachel you was talking about.
Yes, they are on my list. Want those? I want a mummy.
They're really good for card making as well.
Ooh.
You know, you could do like mountains and things and just move it up and down.
They're going to be super handy. That's why I want them. They are going to be super handy. Right, let me get these paints out of the way. So that's the little Rust Flex paint set, which I do highly recommend. And the lava, Andy Skinner lava. Very, very good. But very, very good. Very, very good indeed. Right, let me get you out of the way and then move on to the next bit.
I like this one as well. When you said about staining your paper, Rachel.
Yes.
And using this on top.
Oh, see, I need one of every one of those. One of each of those. And, oh, they're just so nice. I'm going to have to go shopping as soon as I finish. Right, I've got this stencil, which I quite like.
They're Artico Molds, Peggy. They're here in the UK.
But I quite text as well. See, I don't know if I want to do too much to this background because it's just so nice.
Various stamps as well. I think these would look lovely in the journals too.
Oh, they're very nice. I haven't seen them yet.
I like the tickets to the devil.
They're very nice.
Yet again, we got tons of die cuts, some ephemera, and I got the ephemera and the desire as well. No.
Oh.
I do ship to the to other countries as well, Peggy. Okay.
Right. Now I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go with my favourites because we've got this turquoise in this, so I can bring the turquoise in. And I've got some white, and I need my favourite. Where's my cookie? I'm gonna have to get some more soon. Right, so I've got cookie, Indian turquoise, and white, and I'm gonna sort of do a bit of a combination of them on here just to pull it in. And then I'll go and see how my molds are doing because we can't be far off. Hi, Terry.
Oh, Cynthia, you do know that I can ship out there.
You're really quick shipping to the States.
Yeah. Hey, Terry. Yep. So far, it's up to 2 kilos, and I can send it to the US for £14. If it goes over 2 kilos, then it is £38.50. But that's up to 5 kilos. So let me think now. 5 kilos is £4.50 roughly. Yep, I just put the link in? I think I did. No, maybe I didn't. Sorry.
Confusing people.
Let me get rid of. That's why that was straight to the brain. No, don't do the brain. Artico, where are you? Back to StreamYard. Okay. Does that come out for you, Peggy? Hi, Rian. Right. There's only Sally bit. I'm going back to my box. That's far more important.
Well, exactly. I agree.
Right, now I've put the box in the way, so I can't get at my product. Well, you know what? Guess what is close by?
What's close by?
Some molds.
So, can I just ask you one more time? What size was the mummies? Medium and small. What size was the mummies? Were them? Oh, I've lost. I can't speak anymore.
There we are. So that one is. There's the money. It's roughly 7 centimeters. That's 2 3/4 inches by about a centimeter and a quarter, which is roughly 3/4 of an inch. Then the larger one is what's that? 14 centimeters by 4.5, which is about 6 by 2. Not quite 6x2, 5x2.
Could you put that to one side for me, please?
I've got all the journals, Cynthia. They're all there, I think.
I'm frightened that somebody's going to buy it now while I'm... We come and buy it! I want to come and buy it. Nobody buy it.
So Judith got booted out onto another live of a guy getting hit in the face by an exercise band that slipped off what he'd fastened it to.
Oh!
Oh, they're giving a little bit of an oomph.
Right, I've just added a little bit of paint around the edge just to sort of put it all in, really. I'm just cleaning that little bit off my desk so I can see what's what and where I'm at. And then I'm going to see these molds are ready now. This should be. Oh, yes. Here she comes. Right. So I've got my molds ready. Let's get them out. Oh, a little bit patient with this one. There we go. So that's a mandala that I did with the resin. So I just need to push that flat. So that's looking good. And, oh yeah.
I'm being a bit lazy.
What are you doing?
Oh, I keep forgetting to clean out my silicone pot.
Well, that is lazy, but I can't say anything because I do exactly the same. So
they're probably on a different platform, Lou. They might be on you're on Facebook, so they might be on YouTube, or they might be in Rachel's group or my group or the Mad Archers group, or they could be anywhere watching us. We are being watched.
It's you choose when you set it up, you choose where you broadcast. So
you're lucky you didn't end up in Jim Jams as well.
Could have gone anywhere. Right, so that's it. I was just trimming a little bit of excess off my mold there.
I almost did, but I thought we'd best ask you first if we did that. Right, maybe when we are junk journaling.
That is what I'm going to do amongst other things. So let's give that a little bit of, get that out of the way. Give this a little coat of magic gesso. Oh, if you haven't tried Pebeo gesso, you haven't lived, because it's
okay. So we're going to do a 101 resin. I mean, don't look at my dirty pots.
Look at my dirty pots.
Yeah. So my scales broke. Actually, a lot of resin had tipped over it over time. Sorry. And it ceased to function because all the resin had gone on the little balance legs. It no longer worked. So I use one of these. I just put it on, keep the cup on there because that'll set it to 0.
What's that?
It's just one of the, you put it, you've got a jug on there usually.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks very scientific and magical.
No, it's just a kitchen scales. I think it was about In fact, I think I won it in a raffle.
Ooh.
I was sure it was a cheap one, and then I thought, no, I won it in a raffle.
Ooh. Look at you, Mrs. Fancy Pants.
Okay. So with this one, it says in big bold letters, shake thoroughly before use. So that's what I do. Make sure your lids are on. Fingers on the top, just in case. Do a bit of maracas. Island in the sun.
Don't give up your day job, Jan.
There you go. So that's shape. Okay, so it comes in part A, part B. So make sure your scales is on and set to 0. So these are only little molds, so you won't need much. So I'm going to do about 40. Maybe a bit more, because that skull is deep. Bear in mind your pot is not going to take more than 80. Yeah, so we're on 50. Yeah, that'd be sacrilege.
5 down.
She says it stops when she's half mid-pour.
Oh.
There we go.
Loving this.
I've been a bit, maybe not so careful by filling it too full. As you can see, there's lots of bubbles. So you need to stir for a good 2 minutes. Otherwise, maybe not quite 2 minutes. I don't know what it says on there. But if you don't, it won't cure very quickly. And bear in mind that resin is affected by moisture, heat. So if it's a humid day, it's going to take longer.
Yeah, mine took longer today than it would normally.
Yeah. And if you're in a very wet country, there's a chance it might not cure at all.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to find the one that works for you. You're okay, yeah. Because it's quite cool. No, it's not quite. I've stirred it for a minute. So I'm just going to pour that in. Let it settle before you fill it right to the top. Oop. I didn't aim so good. Okay, so now it's going slower. Let's see what I'm doing now. So when it comes to smaller parts, just let it gently drip up. And then do the same there. Now, if you can see, I've not quite gone to the edges. Get that down. It's not going to come down further down. I can't get it up there. It's not quite gone to the edges. So just use your stick or whatever to get to the edges. You know, I pour resin very fast, and this is killing me to do it. I'm normally like a demon. Right, okay. So I'm just pushing in to make sure that everything, as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but I've gone a little bit too far on the edge there. So I wouldn't normally do it on my glass mat, but that's fine. I'll keep it off after. Use the edge of the of the stick. Right, I'm frozen. What I'd frozen. So these are some mushrooms I made myself with some mold maker.
Oh, I can't wait for you to do some for all of us.
Yeah. And if you just over pour, just go over with a stick or something to even it out a bit. You'll find if you over pour, it's not a biggie, but you will find it's hard to get the bits off after. And that is it. Just leave it to set. If you can see well, you can't, but the wings are very thin, and they're getting thicker down here, so that means my table's slightly slanted. I'm just going to put something underneath underneath the glass mat to just lift it up and make it go that way again. I can get something under. There we go. I've just used a brush. That should be okay. And it'll start self-leveling. Yeah, that's some people prefer that, Terry, to for these ones you do have to stir it, otherwise the heat won't get going. Because they're not quite very quick cure. They are like a half an hour. So, you know, when you're not so familiar with using resin, it's better if it takes longer. You know, when you're a bit more au fait with it, and even people who are au fait with it do prefer that a little bit longer. I do, because when I usually do resin, my table is absolutely full, and then I will use the longer resin to to spread it out a bit. Oh, I think that's the Zuli one, isn't it, Rachel?
Yes, I'm using this is the graveyard mold. This is, I think it's like maybe a buffalo or something along those lines, a steer. I don't know, a creature with a big skull and horns is what it is. And I'm starting. I've done a coat of black gesso, and now I'm painting my mold.
Amanda's asked if I saw the mushroom mold, but not yet, shall we say?
Soon, I hope.
Mm-hmm. Who knows?
I think you should. I think people would love your mushroom molds. And you do have a fantastic mushroom class as well.
Yes. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that one next.
You are a mushroom lady.
When it's a bit cooler, I think, because, you know, it's quite hot to be sitting doing this. I'm just going to watch you now while my resin sets.
Well, that's all right. It's fine. So I've done white on the antlers and antlers, horns, whatever they are, those bits sticking out. And I'm doing ivory on the sort of bony bit. And as you can tell, I mean, a lot of people do ask me how I paint my molds. And I say it time and time again, and I don't really think people believe me, but I don't. If you watch me, it's all in the layers. Like, this is the first layer, and there's really not a lot of effort going into, you know, I'm not being particularly mindful about it. There's areas that I'm obviously being a little bit more careful about, but I'm really not. You know, it's terribly painted. If you had a good look at it, it's not well painted at all. But I don't worry about it because it's only my first layer, and that is what I would say is the trick to painting anything, is to just get the paint on it and then worry about the rest afterwards.
I went down the garden today, and there were stingy nettles by the steps, so I cut them down, and I ended up right on the edge, tip of my finger. I got stung. Every time I touched something, I was like, "Ooh."
Oh, nasty, pasty.
They don't last long, though, do they? Those stings.
Yeah. They don't, but they're not
annoying. It's like a paper cut, you know, the most annoying things ever.
Yes. Oh, I do like this mold. So there's a bit of ivory.
I can feel some heat coming off those now. But if anybody wants to know how to clean wet resin off their desk, you know, instead of waiting for it to go hard.
Yeah, you have to wait for it to go hard, don't you? It's the only way.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right, Lou. It is. It's just lots of layers. Once you get the colour on there, you can start to do things with it. But some people are frightened and think they can't do it. And honestly, anybody can paint these because the details are so good.
Hi, Lamia. Well, we got hello, my lovely. So is that Jess?
My lovely. That's Bristolian, isn't it?
Oh, that could be.
If they're not from our neck of the woods.
It's me. Yeah, that helps. That helps greatly. Thank you.
Oh, who's that then? Who's me? Well, somebody thinks you're lovely, so it's a win, isn't it? So there we go. Adding some detail there. This really isn't going to take that much painting, actually. And then one of the other things I like to do with a lot of my painting is I'll go over it with some of the antiquing gel, or anything really, antiquing gel, antiquing paste, whatever your preferred medium is. I go over things with that, and that hides a multitude of sins. You can cover up all sorts of things with that, and accentuate things as well. But it is a great little product.
So clean the wet resin off your desk. Hand sanitizer.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're so clever. I did not know that. I always leave mine to dry and then go at it with a ruler.
Yep, there's that way as well.
It's probably not the most sensible way,
So that hand sanitizer, because it's all in the pound shops now, isn't it? Because people think, that COVID is now gone, so we don't need it anymore.
Oh, yeah. The Ember one is my favourite. Right.
Doesn't clean everything off, but it does clean the resin off.
Mm.
Although I don't recommend it for other parts of your body other than your hands, just in case. Nicole's in. Come up with those.
Can you do image transfer with hand sanitizer? I'm pretty sure you can.
You could do what?
Image transfer.
Ooh.
I know. Yeah, it's because of the alcohol in it, isn't it?
Oh.
Right, I'm just roughly painting this mandala. If I had more time, I would actually spend a bit more time on this. And I know we can spend as long as we want, but it's been about 3 years, hasn't it? So how long have we been going? We're not even into 2 hours yet. Oh, good grief. Plenty of time.
Yep. Still haven't finished my box.
Have you not finished it yet?
No.
Oh, no.
You know me, squirrel moments. Go and do something else.
No, that's true. It's true. You have had other things to manage.
Judith's got the right attitude. Look.
What's that? Where is she?
She spilt some on her table, so she just covered it with rice paper.
Right?
You can't fault that.
No, absolutely not. Top way of dealing with it.
I was hoping my son would make me a cuppa. I think I should ask him.
Well, unless he's been working on his telepathic skills you're gonna have to do, aren't you?
He's probably gone down and made himself one and forgot to.
Oh, it's very naughty.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm putting it right.
Likewise with the resin on your hands, if you use hand sanitizer, it'll all come off.
So,
I mean, if you've got sensitive skin, I would suggest wearing gloves, but
yeah,
my hands
aren't you?
are not very sensitive. They've
Oh,
gone through the pores.
I tell you, I think you've got to make that call for yourself, haven't you? Because I've generally got quite sensitive skin, but I'm not too bad with your resin is not a problem for me at all.
Yeah, when I first bought it, I did ask him all the relevant questions, like how long can I ship abroad, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And he said, well, I don't see why not. He said it's non-toxic and it's not flammable.
It's
Why
the
not?
only resin I've used that hasn't got a safety cap on it.
Yep. Yep, I knew it was Jess.
It was, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Judith, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh. Yeah, it seems to be doing the rounds again, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, Lou's just getting over it. She's still
Oh, yeah.
got it. It's coming everywhere. Nasty. Nasty, nasty stuff.
Yes, we know it was you, but we can't see who you is or me is. As much as you keep saying it's me.
Well, that narrows it down.
Uh-huh.
Right, let's have some green. Get these.
So these are the ones that we are pouring right now, the ones I've made. So they're flat backed, so they'll sit on your projects. I think I did the crow with these ones. I thought that was so long ago. Yeah, so they're just a bit rough and ready, these ones. Can't see them properly because they're not painted. But what I do like about this resin is slightly opaque. So when you put a light source behind it, it will show through.
Ooh, so you could put lights in resin then.
Yeah.
I like doing that. I did that with I did a piece with the alchemy collection, and I stuck some, the little LED lights in my resin pour, and it's a really nice effect. I'll show you. I got one. I did have one knocking about. Hang on, I'll show you.
So proof is when it's thinner, it takes longer to set. Ooh, hello. So it's a bit sticky still. Because this one's deep. It's like a rock already. The edges are still wet though.
There we go. There we are. That's LED lights set into the resin piece.
Whoa.
Yeah, so really, it's a nice way of doing them. So, That's another
This
thing.
in a bulb, but you know they're Sir Vagabond bulbs.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It works nice with that, and the owl as well. If you leave the owl's tummy, if you don't paint the owl's tummy, you can get lights in that bit, which works quite nicely as well. So anyway, so I painted. So it's quite a rough and ready paint job, but we're all right with that for what I'm doing. That's not going to be a major problem.
So Sarah's asking, can you use resin in the Stamperia soft molds?
Yes.
Yes, you can. However, so, so the issue, we find well,
Don't spoil it now, Leanne. Yes, you can, Sarah. You can. I use it all the time. Leanne's going to tell you something sensible and scientific about it and explain it properly. But if you're me, yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can use it in them. I use it in them all the time, and I love it.
yeah.
You just got to be a bit careful taking them out sometimes if it gets too brittle. Right, now tell us the proper answer, Leanne.
Well, because they're soft, if you so can you see it's already like out of shape? So when you put it down like this, I don't know if you can see it. It's just going to wobble. So you need to have something to
Yes,
keep it straight.
yeah,
Otherwise, that's how it is on my desk. I can't quite see it. This piece here is folded down. So that means when you pour in your resin in it, these will all be flat,
yeah,
and these on the edge will be tilted that way. And as I said, the resin will self level.
yeah.
So it
You
means
be careful, don't you? Because they do.
yeah,
They are swine for it because the molds are different heights in there. It doesn't sit completely flat, so you'll have to stick pens and pencils and rulers and bits of cardboard and whatever underneath just to make sure it's balanced properly.
oh, thank you, Amanda. We have thought of it. I'm still thinking about it. Once they're out there, they're not mine anymore. Oh, I'm a bit partial to my mushrooms. Yeah, they're not level, so you've got to think of ways of how. Like I said about uh, just lift that up. I've got my brush here holding this level because these weren't level. So I'm just making the table level. But with these, they don't sit straight. So you would need to put some sort of I can't quite see something under it to lift it up, even if it is brushes. Now those, you see, but now those are level by using the brushes to hold them up. Somebody did say about putting them in. I think was it? I think it was Judith just talking about that. Using it in with a tray of rice in a cooking tray, you know,
Oh, very clever.
and then push them down to keep them as flat as you can. So that's a good idea. Maybe our Fiona uses sand.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
idea.
very good idea. No, you won't ruin. You won't ruin them.
No, they love it.
Yep.
Come to the side, Sarah. They get pouring.
Yeah. But the good thing is they're reasonably priced because they are. The only thing I have noticed is sometimes, because these are press molded, so it's I don't know if anybody's seen the We Are Memory Creepers. Memory Creepers. Oh no! Before I could think about it, it's pressed on over a form, and sometimes if the edge is sharp, it will puncture a hole. And you know the tip about using hand sanitizer to clean up, you will need it.
Oh, that was so good.
Memory Creepers.
Yeah.
I'll
I
be back many of these now.
really, really enjoyed that a lot. Maybe too much. Maybe I'm a little bit delirious. Maybe it's the heat. Right, I'm just doing some little splashes.
I think this has been about 20 minutes now. The full reveal. We're doing it.
He's not on his motorbike in the snow. Let's stop before we go. I'll be putting sun trap on him. Right.
Ooh.
Right.
I quite like him.
I need a bit of cardboard to sit that on, and a bit of sisal.
Because these are smaller, like I said, because it's the bigger size, what happens is, as I said, it cures with heat. So the bigger the mold, the hotter it gets, so the quicker it cures. I mean, this one on the end, I'm not even going to touch it, but it's probably sticky. This one's okay.
Getting all my bits ready.
Still a bit, they're still a bit sticky.
Right. It's assembly time.
Yeah, so this one's hard where it's the biggest, but still soft on the wings, so that one can wait. We're going to be a bit lazy. Oh, I'm looking for that. Yeah, so he comes in, that's the small size. And then we got the huge one, which is very cool.
That is very cool.
Yes, I would say so, Sarah, because I don't know why that. Something's happened. Anyway, I wouldn't leave them in because they while they're still curing, they're still soft. So they'll come out nice and easy out of your moulds. If it's very hard, it might snap the resin. It has happened. So I tend to take them out while they're still a little bit soft. So basically, don't do it before you go to bed. These are very cute. You see the feathers on it.
That's so pretty.
I'm not sure if this one's still sticky. Yeah. And I have noticed with the Zuri molds, they're not as soft as this. So they're a bit more stiffer. If you can see, because that one will bend. So when they're softer, they do come out easier. And I think actually, if you left them in the PVC ones, I think that would be okay because it's got nothing to grip to. Like most of the other molds, they've all got like texture inside. So that's what I'm thinking. With the texture inside, it will stick to that. You leave them in too long. See you later, Peggy.
Bye, Peggy.
But I should imagine in the Stamperia ones, they might be okay. What do you think, Rachel?
Well, overnight.
Yeah.
Talking about, yeah. I mean, I've got resin I've left in Stamperia molds, and I mean, I'm not as professional as you, Leanne.
Well, it can be daft. I think it's just what we're willing to sacrifice.
Yeah, I don't worry about it. I leave things in molds forever. You know, it just, I'm all right with it. I don't mind it being left in the molds.
Yeah. But like I said, with the mandala ones, there's a lot of detail on there, and if you leave them in there, they will.
Well, just now, taking mine off now, it did take a little bit of the blue.
Yeah.
A little bit of the blue of it. But that's the first time I've ever experienced anything like that, and I'm putting it down to the heat. Because it's not something I've experienced before. But
they're very detailed, and with the mandalas, I also think, and there's like how can I explain it? So, say there is an island. I think there's a little bit of a gap under the island. So when your resin goes in it, it will pull bits off.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, see, that one's still runny. I should have left him in there. Sticking to my table. I should have left it. This one is feeling much better. I'm not sure it's quite ready to come out. No. Still not ready to come out. Right. I'll put the hardware back on my box while we. Yeah. Tell you what I could do. Do a sneak peek.
Go on. Go
So,
on. Let's have it.
well, they're already on the Zuri website, but they're not on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know what you're going to see. I really want them. Mind you, I want everything today. I'm having a very wanty day. And sometimes I'm not bothered, but today I want everything.
You needs it. You needs it.
I do need it. I need a brain, I need a mummy, and I need them stencils, and I need to come shopping in Mad Archers. And if you lot watching go and buy those things before I get there, I'm going to be so upset.
I do. That one's my favourite. That one is. Where's my paperwork? Not that one. It's not that one. Vintage florals.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Vintage florals. And I'm missing a set. This one is Vintage Vibes. Oh no, you're welcome to ask as many as you want, Sarah.
Honestly, please do. Saves us dribbling on about our nonsense if we're asked questions.
I'll just show everything.
Yeah, I dribble on forever if I'm given the opportunity.
And this one's Ode to Femininity.
Oh, look how beautiful is that.
So this one is using Maya's Memories, antique paint, 3 colours. No, Claire would like this one.
Mm. Right, well, I'm done. I've done.
Chestnut, vintage beige, dusty orange, and copper wax. Now, yeah. Hang on, Rachel, I'm going to take over the world.
Go on.
There you go.
That is so beautiful.
I like that one. It reminds me of like carved stone.
Yeah, it's really, really gorgeous. What was the finish on that again?
Copper, copper. Is it copper wax?
Oh, it's so nice.
We're ready for you, Rachel.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Oh, that is fab.
I'm just trying to find a way to fit it in. But there it is.
You've got mushrooms growing in your teacup. Logo is right in your cup of tea.
Oh, no thanks. But yes, that's it. I got you can see the little watch chain here growing up, going here, and some of the cogs, and the labels, and the mandala, and the scully skull, and the rice paper in the background.
I love that.
Yeah, I like it. So there we go. That's it, done. Oh, thanks, Terry. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Nick. Thank you. Well, there we go.
Awesome. I can't get past to get my box.
Oh, no. Right, well, should we go? And then I can come shopping.
Going shopping. I'll just finish off my showing my box and then
Yes,
we
yes.
are done.
Sorry, I got a one-track mind. All I'm thinking is shopping. That's all I'm thinking.
And why not?
I know, terrible, isn't it? Well, you showed me nice things, and now I want them.
Man, there you go. So I haven't put the hardware on yet. Zuri molds, borders, Rosie's postcard, rice paper, Pentart, fine line crackle, and the Umbra antique paste. Like I said, I haven't put the. I'll probably go around the edges, darkening the edges, and then I used the Mayor's Memories vintage stain Umbra. I'll finish it up.
Beautiful. Really.
Oh, the part. I'm sorry, Gabby. Parts of what? My mushrooms, or they'll probably end up in my box ready for another project another time.
That crackle is stunning on that.
Thank you. Oh, Claire's been partying.
She is a wild woman. She's always off doing something nice.
I know. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, we shall see you same time next week, 2:00.
Yeah, I'll be there. I don't know if I'll be a Boy Scout next week or not. It'll depend on the weather.
Yeah. Take care, everybody. See you soon.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.